Hello everyone, I am Louise Usher and today I'm going to talk to you about my writer journey. Should I write under a pseudonym or not? Now this is quite an interesting topic because I'm still sitting a little bit on the fence, and I would welcome your comments in the description box down below, the comments box after the description box down below, in relation to what you think. In case you don't know, a little bit of a backstory about me. I am now a writer. I write full-time as well as doing this sort of stuff and a few other bits. I am taking a master's degree in creative writing, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But I'm interested to know what you think about writing in a pseudonym. Now the reason that I decided to use a pseudonym, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's a pen name. So like a stage name, like something else. And it isn't a secret. You can find me. It's faradayren.co.uk.com. Don't know. I'll leave it down there. On there, it's my fiction. I decided finally to bite the bullet, and because initially when I started my masters I was going to be doing scientific writing creatively. As I started the course I was like, actually you're going to leave your science at the door, we're going to be just purely creative. And they sort of kind of talked me into they didn't talk me into it at all. It's what I wanted to do really, and I just made the decision that yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I decided that my genre was going to be romance. It's interesting actually because the other guys and girls in the cohort are generally sci-fi. We've got some fantasy people as well. We don't have any other romance people. It makes me look really blonde and a bit dizzy, and I'm not that person, but do you know what? I don't care. I kind of love it. I love talking about this sort of stuff, and I love reading people, which I think really the boy meets girl kind of thing is... Anyway, I'm digressing from what I want to talk about. So in this video I want to discuss with you pseudonym or not, basically. So I created a pseudonym because the stuff I've already got out there online is very much not storytelling. It's not it's not like writing a novel. It's either science stuff or, I mean, I have got one book out there which is like a little novella, and that's kind of like a couple of coffee break reads, and I really enjoyed writing that, but I did find it quite a hard process, I'll be honest. And still my most enjoyable thing is doing a bit of research and blogging. So those things I absolutely love, and I'm not going to stop doing those. But do I keep the pseudonym for the romance, to keep all this SEO stuff, you know what I mean, search engine optimization stuff, to keep it all tidy? I was thinking science and law of attraction and all of that non-fiction stuff that's definitely non-fiction in that bracket, and then the romance novels and that sort of genre in the pseudonym bracket. But here's the big but. This platform that I've been growing online since 2009, which really is a short space of time, but it's grown pretty big. I mean, my views are pretty insane on this channel and my blog. I mean, my blog, I'm really chuffed that, like, you know, month on month it's getting at least 9,000 views a month. And I think that's quite impressive. So you think if everybody that read my blog, well, half of them bought a book a month, then I'm kind of sorted really. So that would be ideal. So do I go down the route of trying to build a whole new platform as Faraday Wren, or do I just stick with this and just throw it all in the mix and not treat my readers as if they're idiots, that they can't pick out, oh okay, I want to read a law of attraction book, or I want to read a novel? Should I just do that? I don't really know. I'm still sitting on the fence a little bit, and I'm going to be researching this in one of my assignments that is going to be submitted in January, and I will welcome the feedback that I'm going to get from the professors there, because I think they're going to give me a good notion as to what to do. The online platform thing takes such a long time to build, and I'm kind of there as Louise Usher, and I think, should I just stick with that? I haven't created an Amazon author page for Faraday, and I don't know if I will or I won't. I do like having the blog because I can say some things on there and just throw random stuff in there, but on my normal blog I could just create a new page for a bit of flash fiction, for example, which over on Faraday Wren you can already see that and read that, and sometimes it's really good and really therapeutic for me to do a little bit of that. So let me know your thoughts, pseudonym or not, what would you do? And the other thing, let's talk just quickly about my master's degree and how that's going and the whole writer thing, because I feel really passionately about the whole chase your dreams thing. Let me tell you, it's taken me since I could hold a pen pretty much to get to this stage in my life to think this could be a thing, And if you know me by now on this channel, you won't mind me talking about universal signs. There have been so many amazing universal signs. Over on my blog there's one that I've entitled up about 50 shades. Go and read that. The manifestation was really not, it was significant because it was reminding me that there's magic out there, but it was not really, in the big scheme of things, that's all it was doing. It was just saying like, listen Louise, there's magic out there, don't forget about it. So I was answering an email. I was out taking Mum for lunch, and I was answering this email that came through from one of the doctors at uni who had said, you know, he loved my idea about researching 50 Shades as to whether it was a good piece of literature or whether it was, you know, why was it so popular if people were saying it was a bad piece of literature. That really interests me to look into, you know, what made people buy it, what made people tick if it was such a bad piece of writing. And then talking about the film adaptation as well, which I think was awesome, loved the story. So I was replying to that, and then as I clicked send, in the restaurant the song came on. That was the theme tune to 50 Shades of Grey. And I was just like, whoa, and why I still do that, I don't know. I'm like, whoa, did that really happen? It did really happen. So I wrote a blog post about it. Go and have a read of that. So my degree, it's going really well, and it couldn't have been, oh, I get emotional. It couldn't have been a better decision, to be honest. Totally going well. It is stretching my boundaries massively. So I'm having to ask for quite a lot of help and guidance. And when we're reading outside of our genre, there's some things that I don't understand, but that's okay. So I am starting to try and look a little bit more into fantasy and sci-fi. It's not really up my street, but I'm enjoying it anyway because it's part of the learning process, it's part of the creative process. I would just urge you, if you want to be a writer specifically, or something that's like on your mind, you think, I can't do that because of that, try and do something to shift and make it happen in your life. Because I've been writing for a long time. My initial thought process when I started uni to do science, I thought, okay, I've got an hour on the train there, an hour on the train the way back, every day, 3 days a week. I thought in that time I can get enough books out there over the course of 4 years that I can then be sorted. Not the case, didn't happen. So now I'm in that position where I'm so fortunate and blessed to be able to make this my job. And I couldn't be happier for the way that things are going. It's just going so well that it's changed lots of other areas in my life as well. It's changed me as a person, it's made me a better person, happier person, less depressed person. I'm not fighting against my flow anymore, and it's been huge to get to that place, because as I started first learning about law of attraction, I was like this, you know, it confused me. I was brought up around an attitude of lack, an attitude of a half empty glass, and the language that my parents used constantly, you know, it's like, oh, of course there's not going to be any, let's use parking spaces, we'll do that with law of attraction. Of course there's not going to be any parking spaces because we're turned up now. You know, that sort of language was what I was raised around. To suddenly learn about law of attraction, positivity, and that life is supposed to be joyous, it has really been a roller coaster. And I think I'm not on my own to say that people that learn about this stuff and the spirituality go through a process, and it can really put you in a spin. You tend to have to leave some people behind in your life, new people come into your life, and it's just massive. And I feel as though, I mean, you're never there because we're human beings and we aren't perfect, but I feel as though I'm kind of there now, and it is so wonderful, and I just feel so lucky and so blessed. And I would encourage you, if you are starting to think about a journey into living your dream life, then like I say, it's never going to be perfect. I'm far from in a perfect place with life, and I just yeah, I just am on such a journey right now. I could cry. I don't really know what else to tell you guys, and I don't really know how to end this video. Like, initially I was just going to talk about my pseudonym, and I've got into my spiritual thing again, and I just feel I'm going to cry. So I'm going to end this video now. Please leave your thoughts down below if you want to, or if you'd rather do that privately. As always, email me, and give the video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye for now.